He can't fight as Tony Abbott fought. He can't give these simple policy vows of stopping boats or cutting the carbon tax because they don't have the policies. Let's be honest here.
Correct.
The substance isn't there. So you can't go out there and say, yep, this and this is wrong and these are our solutions when you don't have the solutions. And it's not too difficult. You look at what's happened in this country in the last 3 years where we've had this mass immigration, numbers we've never seen before, 500,000 a year. You just come out and you point to the problems that's caused, not just the housing issue, but all sorts of other societal and economic issues. And you say, we're going to slash immigration by half for the term of our government. For all 3 years.
Slash it all together. 2 years moratorium on immigration.
You think that wouldn't communicate to the Australian people that this is going to be a referendum on high immigration?
The disappointing thing, though, is that there are so many moments he's had flashes, little flashes where he says things that are really smart. The other day, he was talking about immigration, and he had a great line. And he spoke about, I said, Labor in Albanese is for Hotel Australia and we're for Team Australia. That's a great line. That's a really good, easy to understand concept about what the nature of migration is. And it's not anti-migrant because you're saying, well, we want to bring everybody into the team. These sorts of flashes, though, they get smothered by these sort of endless attempts to stay triangulated within, between the Sydney Morning Herald and the ABC and not try and offend anybody. And this is the thing. It's like you're not going to win from opposition if you don't have a good... This is the thing I said at the start of this campaign. You're never going to win if you don't have a big, hard swing at it. And I just feel like, as you say, Rita, the policies haven't been there. I don't know why they weren't selling in big ideas, not just nuclear, which they've been basically afraid to talk about, for at least a year since the voice failed.
It's a cost of living election. We keep being told it's a cost of living election. Energy is a huge part of that, not just for every household, but for industry and it's an inflationary issue as well. Where are there solutions for that before nuclear comes into play in the 2030s? There's been nothing. There's been nothing about we are going to be focusing on cheap, reliable sources of energy as opposed to being preoccupied with emission targets, as has been the way.
The huge mistake they made was not pulling out of Paris. It would have been so easy. But the basic lesson here, we've been saying it on this program for years now, you go woke, you go broke.